Hello and welcome to episode 104 of Tifosi Time, your favorite Italian soccer podcast.
So exasperated.
This is a lot of work, man, without producer Dom. It's Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a lot to talk about. Before we get started, if you like what you hear, give us a like, give us a follow. We're here every week, guys, even when Juventus sucks.
Even when Frank decides not to show up.
Yeah, Frank's not here. I'm Chris. That was Dan. Dan, say hi again.
Hello.
And Pietro's here. He's in rare form today. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I say we get right into it with Juventus, only because I'll tell you, I willingly chose to clean my bathroom instead of watching this game, just to give you a heads up. I say we start with that.
So you have nothing to say?
No, I mean, I watched, but I was, watching and cleaning at the same time. That's how much I care about Juventus.
Well, no, but even forget about Juventus. It was still they were playing Milan, a good team. So you want to actually, it's nice to see a good team play at least when you're stuck watching Juventus play.
A good team missing 7 players and still handling
a lot of players. And that's the funny thing when Allegri said, we're missing so many players. I'd like to see Milan, play with 5 or 6 people missing. And he did play with 5 or 6 people missing. And guess what? He kicked your ass.
Yeah.
So
the excuses, I'm done with them, man.
So for those who don't know, it was 2-0 win for Milan. It really wasn't. I mean, to me, it was the deserved winner. There wasn't much on Juventus's end to say on a positive note. They didn't really.
You see, Juventus, the first 15, 20 minutes.
That's what I was going to say. The first 15 minutes.
Look like they have 20 minutes in the
They did have chances.
They had a chance into 20 minutes.
There was one point when they had 5 people attacking and only 3 Milan defenders. I'm like, what's going on? Why do they have so many people up? It was like shocking and weird. But then they go back after 15 minutes to their usual crap, and Milan just took over after that. There was really nothing. I mean, we rag on Juventus' midfield every week. Their midfield was so freaking bad this week. Locatelli is playing like when he was on Milan, and they gave up on him and they sold him because he was so bad. Yeah. And that's how he is now. Like, the guy is useless in that midfield.
He's not playing in his spot. He doesn't know what he's doing, just like most of the team. They don't have roles that fit them.
Yeah, it's I get so frustrated. And this is coming off of a big win. You can call it a big win in the Champions League, 3-1. They needed that win, so it was a big win against Maccabi Haifa.
It was, but did you think they played well in that game?
No, I don't. I mean, they scored, but they didn't play like. I think they gave up a lot of chances in that game. But this is last week. If you remember, you said after this week, we'll see where Juventus is at. They're going to win Champions League, get back into it, and then they're going to beat Milan and get back into the title race. They held up the Champions League.
I say, if we beat Milan.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
So where are you now with them? Are you saying?
I'm there with them.
Yeah.
I cannot take them. I don't understand why the Allegri is still there.
Well,
what do we wait for? What did the Jets wait to throw him out?
Yeah. Well, so right before we started, what did you say to us? You said there's rumors that he's just there's no danger of him losing his job, right? Is that what you said?
I say that's what I read today. Even though we don't go up, we're gonna win with this team Macam or whatever.
Tomorrow they play in the Champions League.
Saturday with the derby with Torino. They can afford to let him go.
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying it. The earliest he's going to get sacked is with the break of the World Cup. I don't think you're going to see it anytime sooner than that.
Yeah, but the thing is this. The thing is this. I don't believe what the dirigents say. I think it's all matter because we gave that contract to 9 million.
100%.
And maybe they wait for Allegri to say, "I'm out."
That's not happening.
You think
it doesn't happen
guys
because
think he would resign?
you gave a contract to 4 years.
But I'm saying, do you think there's a chance he would ever resign for the position?
No,
No, right? Like, why would you give up that money?
he's not gonna. Well,
Yeah, but then again, we have to see, do we have trust in this guy?
No.
Do we think anything is going to change? I
No,
don't think so.
But I also think you have to look at what other coaches are available. There's nothing there.
But that's the thing. We were just talking before we started, and we said we were kind of making a joke of it, how like Monza won 3 straight and they made a coaching change, which is like, whatever. He's not a good coach. They're not a good team, but change can help. If they make a change at the top,
Worse than the what we play, we cannot do.
That's
No,
what I mean.
I agree.
The
They can't
players
play
might
worse.
respond to it.
I mean, you're seeing players, unless we could talk about the actual game a little bit, but, Milan go up 1-0, and then Brahim Diaz dribbles almost the entire field. Bonucci looks like a statue back there. Doesn't move, doesn't commit, doesn't even try to defend, goes around him with ease. You're making Brahim Diaz look like he's a superstar.
So that's kind of going back to what we were talking about when he plays for Italy. He's a totally different player. I feel like for Juventus, he doesn't try. He doesn't care because of the coach.
It's the same for Locatelli. He's a totally different player, playing in a different position. To be fair.
But guys, we don't have a great player. That's for sure. We have a few players we consider good, but I think the way they play our player, it looks like they never played before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They don't have a great team, but would you say that they're better than what they are in? What 9th place they're in?
Yes.
They're better than a 9th place team, even with these players. So that tells me the coach isn't getting enough out of them, right? But the game was atrocious. I mean, in that first half, at halftime, if I'm the coach, I'm going to 3 defenders in the back. I'm taking out Sandro and I'm taking out Locatelli because they were atrocious. And I'm putting Moretti in, and I'm getting another midfielder in there, and I'm going with 3 in the back because. I was going to put Di Maria. I would have put it. I don't know what his availability.
But Di Maria's out.
So he wasn't available.
You don't put McKennie. That's it.
No, I want to put McKennie in.
The condition. He's big. He don't move at all.
Yeah, I would have just changed up the 3 in the back though, because they needed something to go forward. They were getting nothing.
You see, this guy. Let me tell you, I just already say, this guy doesn't put nothing of him on the team. He don't even think to say, let's get rid of, let's pension Bonucci and put a defense, 3 defense, Bremen in the middle. He's going to get to be like he used to be with Torino. Gatti on the right side and Danilo on the left. 3 people in the
That's
defense.
what it should be.
And that's enough. All right? So already if you achieve it to Bremen to play like last year with Torino, you got something good.
Yeah, you've already
for
improved.
next year and for the team. Then I don't understand the one thing why Miretti all of a sudden that's good, not good. This guy talk, he put on the experience. But what experience?
Yeah. What kind of experience are you getting?
What experience? The way I think it's better someone alive and not a great player injured.
Well, that's the thing. And they were missing that player who could pass the ball forward and move with the ball. Like, that's what they need. Like, he should have played, to me, earlier in the game. At least at halftime, I would have made some switches if I was Allegri, because he couldn't have been happy with anything that he saw in that first half. So what are you doing?
But he never does that.
Do you want to know something? I understand. I can understand everything. For tomorrow, the championship, what happened? Milik is going to stay in the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they say he cannot play 3 games in a row, right?
Which doesn't make sense.
Now, in reality, someone who needs the rest is Vlahovic.
Well, he took him out.
You want to put it with 1 forward.
Yeah, I mean, he took him out.
I understand you want to play him and not to put him down, not to demoralize him more. If you look what people do on the field, you value and say, oh, this guy deserves to play, this guy doesn't deserve to play. Mm-hmm. All right? Come on. I don't understand. For a moment, it looked like the old guy was willing to play was keen Sunday.
Yeah, right. He came in and Kane. We got to give him
He
credit.
shoot
Like,
twice and goal.
he
I was
came
gonna
in
say.
and like tried to make a difference. Yeah, he shot it wide because he sucks, but at least he was moving.
Why this? Why we see this? Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
And like you said before, Bonucci play like he don't care.
Yeah.
Because somebody if you dribble you like that midfield, you base in to defend the poor.
Yeah, or
The arm
you
is
stick a
stopped
leg
and
out
you
and
make
try
a
to.
foul.
You get a yellow card, you stick a leg out. Like it's not. It's
Come on.
common. Like
It's a lot of people they take it from the shirt. They're not to let it go. Hey, you don't even open your heart.
yeah. And I will say on their first goal, Tomori got the goal off the corner kick. There was a foul on Cuadrado before that, which should have negated them even getting a corner kick. Not that changed a foul that wasn't called. Not that changed the result because Milan would have won anyway. But I just wanted to point
But it
that
would be
out.
something.
Yeah, it would have been something.
It would be
Yeah, I agree.
something if you would have finished the game in the first half 0-0. Maybe we would have changed.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Orsato is one of the best ref, right? And
Yeah.
you want to let the team play like.
Yeah, no, I like that actually.
But that was a foul.
It was. Yep. But all the
If you
other
don't call
ones,
the foul, there is no foul. In there.
he let a lot of stuff go, which I liked, but that one was a foul.
Can I just point out again how poor they are at defending corner kicks?
Yeah, I mean, no, but I don't think it's just them. I think every team sucks at it. Like every team sucks at corner kicks and free kicks defending. They're not good at it.
I feel like it's every week with Juventus.
Yeah, I mean, and we haven't really talked about Milan much.
They're
I mean,
not
lay out
really,
the post
not really, Chris, Daniel, because a lot of people they score a free kick.
That's what I mean. There's not a lot of good teams that defend it
never
well.
score.
Because we don't get a lot of it. Juventus doesn't get a lot of opportunities. They don't get a lot of free kicks. They don't get. You saw the beginning of the season when they did. Vlahovic scored 2 on the only 2 that they had.
Because no one creates. No one's dangerous.
You see what I don't understand. Going back and say these people, what they have in their head. I mean, why they play so bad. But I saw Milik and Vlahovic defending inside the air.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they run. So when they run, that means they run bad. They don't know when to run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where to run. Because of forward, you should be stay up. You should not request him to go maybe one corner. One corner is to jump from head. You don't want the 2 forwards to come back in the air all the time.
It's just it's a lot of people running around not knowing what they're doing and no sense of direction, and we've been seeing it for the entire season and last
what
season.
I saw with the form that Marquette has. You know what I saw in him? He saw like he's playing America. So predictable, easy.
Well, his role is not correct either. So no one.
Yeah, but even when he passed the ball, he's predictable. The way he passed.
Yeah, but because also there's no it's not like you see a lot of movement either. So he's limited in what he can do. Like, do you see people making runs forward? Do you see people? Giving goals. Salernitana scored the most beautiful goal late in the game on their game to beat Verona 2-1, where they had a little give and go, people moving, an outside the box curler shot that was beautiful. I haven't seen Juventus do that once, and we're talking Salernitana. This isn't exactly a great team. Juventus just has no imagination, no creativity.
Because besides that, we don't have a midfield, right? We don't have a midfield. There is not a movement from the
even the fullbacks.
Space of people,
even the fullbacks don't go. It's bad.
All I know is this game could have been a lot worse than 2-0.
Lay out at the post twice.
Another things. What we saw? We saw all people nervous. This guy, they were wait. They asked, supposedly they asked Paredes to play midfield in front. Now you don't even pull on the field.
But
you don't even nervous. You just told him you are not important. Like you told the Locatelli you're not important. You told everybody you're not important.
Yeah, they're playing with nerves, but they're also playing. You can see like the frustration out of a lot of people, like not happy with each other and like always like shrugging their shoulders.
I don't understand the one thing. One thing I don't understand. They're supposed to be player. They're playing the national team too. Good player. Take a Kostic. He was the who made assist in Germany.
Yeah.
He look like he don't want to run. It look like he has to pass the ball to Rausch all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he don't show personality. You don't have to pass the ball all the time, You're not tranquil. You're nervous. They don't do simple things. That's what it is.
No, yeah, exactly. I think that's it. The simple things are hard for them. That's not good.
So I'm gonna make them. They don't make the things easy.
Mm-hmm. Listen, at the end of the
Everything
day,
look like everything. As a matter of fact, Kostic, he crossed the ball, but he never crossed right.
No, that's the thing. That's all that guy has. If he doesn't cross the ball and it's not crossed well, he's giving you nothing because he doesn't take the man on. He doesn't shoot all that much. He doesn't dribble. So you're just getting crosses that you hope somebody can get the end of.
He said it's enough for one player, like take a Leao. He take 2, 3 people and get him goal.
It changes the dynamic.
At the end of the day, the team's a mess. There's players with undefined roles, and they are not enjoyable to watch. It's not going to change until Allegri's gone. So
I don't think they enjoy to play with them.
That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't enjoy.
Yeah, I'm kind of done talking about them for the entire season.
They cannot be the bad, in other words. I don't think they can.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either.
I think we were saying that they're not a 9th place team, but they're a 9th place.
Did you see the goal of the Diaz score?
Yeah.
For wrong pass from Vlahovic.
And then he's getting frustrated.
We gotta never see the shirt.
You can't pass back to your teammate, and you give a break, basically like a fast break the other way.
That, and if you look at the replay, there's tons of players not even hustling back. They're just frustrated and just watching.
Yep. So, I mean, credit to Milan. They deserve to win. They needed to keep up with all these other teams.
I think this year is lost, right?
Wait, you finally admit that? It's lost?
Going back, the dirigents, what they wait to throw this guy out?
It's money.
Wait.
Money, you lost the money anyway.
I know.
So I have a question.
I'm going, you see this shit of game we see all the time.
So I have a question.
And the guy, Allegri say the same thing all the time. The same thing.
Well, that was part.
I have to be employing attention.
I have 2 questions for you. You just said the season's lost for them. So the first question is, where do you see the highest that they can go in the league now? If they can't get one, where are they going?
The league play like this. If you get to the 89 places a lot.
Okay, so are you saying that they're going to finish 8-9?
Where are you saying like that? Yeah.
Okay, so out of Champions League,
just a heads up.
Yeah, because if you play like this,
now,
I expect Udinese, Milan, Atalanta, Lazio, Roma to come down. Inter and Milan to go up.
But you're saying out of Champions League.
But look how strength more than 8 places, 9 places we don't get.
Okay.
Right now they are in 8th. Also, I read today that if they don't qualify for the Champions League and they don't make it out of the group stage this year, they're out $100 million.
Yeah.
Which is for this team.
We talk about.
It's a travesty.
Juventus need $100 million.
Yes.
And unfortunately, that might be what it takes to get rid of everybody. So lose that and that, then they'll say get rid of Agnelli, get rid of everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they don't qualify out of this group for this Champions League, I think that's when everyone's gone. I think you're going to start seeing
I could see Nedved gone. I could see literally everyone gone by the end of the season, depending on how badly it goes.
Well, I'm talking about Allegri. He'll be gone.
To me, he's gone. Like, he's gone at the end of the season.
No, but I'm saying...
No, that's what bothered me. I have to wait to the end of the season.
Yeah, but you just said this is a lost season anyway, so who cares?
You know what that means? If we stay with this guy for the end of the season, we're going to lose even next year.
Yeah.
Because this guy is not not good enough to prepare a team for next year. To say, all right, we save about 8 to 9 people from these people. We're gonna buy that 2, 3.
No, dude, I agree. Change is good sometimes, man. Players
It's
just
not-
need to see something different.
It's not good with young people.
Mhm. I'm
You
all
don't
for it.
try with young
Listen,
people because you think they don't have experience.
I-
He got rid of Rovella. He got rid of Zakaria. Zakaria 6 months to stay with us.
He hasn't
6
played.
months.
He hasn't played a minute for Chelsea, by the way.
Arthur is also badly hurt too. Just a
4
heads up.
months.
4 months. No, I agree with you. Change is good. I don't see it happening as fast as you guys say it's going to happen.
So we're going to lose it the next year too.
Yeah, I don't think Juventus is. I think Juventus is at
what
least
they
2 or
say
3
now.
years
I
away from
read
getting
an
on
article
top.
today. We're going to get in January Milan Saric.
That's no
Even
way
if
in
we
hell.
get that, another one who got lost.
Why would
What do you
Lazio
mean?
do that? First
That
of all,
call.
like
They're playing so well.
they're
Why would
playing
they
so
get
good.
rid of him?
Yeah, and then now is not the time to get rid of that guy.
With
You
that
get
team, what it's going to do?
Nothing.
Yeah. And Juventus is not going to spend that money in the middle of the season. They're not going to do it. Anyway,
You know what? And they talk about strategy, a lot of money for the contract. They wait. Maybe they wait to see a later to say, all right, I stop.
which
It's
isn't
not
going to happen.
big.
It's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You have to. You say out. I pay you. Or the most to say, listen, we're not happy with you. Instead of 4 years, we pay another 1 year, 2 years, get out.
Mhm. Yeah, I think there'll be some sort of settlement, to go by. Let's move on to another game because we spent 22 minutes on that. Chris, which one do you want to go to next?
I mean, we can talk about Inter Sassuolo if you guys want. 2-1 Inter, right?
Yeah, 2-1 Inter, and this is Inter coming off of the midweek game versus Barcelona, which nobody really expected them to win, and they did win. Which there was a controversial handball by Dumfries in that game that wasn't called that in the box that had Barcelona fans going crazy. Nevertheless, Inter won a huge Champions League game and now sit second right in that group, which is awesome.
Very tough group.
A very tough group. And then so you see they're away against Sassuolo, and you're like, oh man, this has letdown written all over it because they had the big midweek game. And then Dzeko scores 2 goals, which they need production from their strikers because Lautaro's not putting the ball in. He had another ball that he shot wide sliding, with the cross.
He also got robbed by Consigli too.
Oh, yeah, and Consigli. I was going to say, well, that was the thing. Consigli, he robbed Lautaro, and then what does Sassuolo do? They let them come back like 1 minute later and then score the second goal to take the lead, which sucked because that would have been the game, one of the saves of the season, and it really meant nothing now because they let in a goal like three seconds later, which Ferrari from Sassuolo had a really bad game.
Sassuolo played good.
They did, yeah, they didn't play bad.
Sassuolo played good, but going back to Inter, he beat Barcelona with the controversy Pep or whatever.
Yeah,
he beat Sassuolo. That's a sign that these people want to pick up.
Yeah.
Want to go up. I like Juventus.
Yeah.
Inter, they play okay. Lautaro is in a scoring. And Lukaku is not there.
But they need Lautaro to start scoring. They really do. Like they can't.
No, but that's why I see him Inter coming up. Juventus, no, because we don't have.
No, you're right because they are pulling out.
And I tell you something. The whole thing they talk about the Maria Juventus, the saver. I don't think he's that great, unless with that team.
Whoa.
He doesn't make that much.
No, Di Maria cannot save that team by himself.
No, but he is creative.
Yes, but Inter.
Yeah.
It looks like
the team that doesn't play well, you don't play well either.
Yeah.
It looks like Inter maybe has made the switch to Onana in goal. He played well. Against Sassuolo, he had a couple of nice quick kick saves. To at the beginning of the game to keep Inter level and not losing the lead. So he's just more athletic and faster and younger and more agile than Handanovic. So I think everyone saw that coming, and hopefully we'll see if Inzaghi makes that switch official.
I mean, as of right now, he's got to play next game. There's no way.
Yeah. I mean, Onana hasn't done anything to lose the job. Like he's played well in net. So I think he's going to keep it. And then I think you're going to gradually see Handanovic slip in here and there, and then take over the Italian Cup games.
Yeah.
Which is the way the backup should be, is doing the Italian Cup games and, a game here, a spot game here and there. So that's something on Inter's side. Again, no Brozovic, which, Asllani hasn't played. I don't even know. Did he even start this game? I can't even remember.
Yeah, but you see, even in a game like that, you see the importance of a guy like Berard. Berard making the difference.
Yeah, for sure.
And Sassuolo making the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, by the way, all the teams they play better than us.
I agree with that. I don't think no, but that's not even an exaggeration. Like literally, like Lecce, Cremonese, like all these teams they really do play better than Juventus.
Dude, why do you guys think I don't enjoy watching their games? Like, it's the game I look forward to watching the least every week.
Yeah, it's nothing to root for. But good for Inter to get back to the winning ways. They leapfrog Juventus in the standings now, which is always good for an Inter fan. They always like to see themselves above Juventus. So then they have another game, I think tomorrow or Wednesday, Chris, versus Barcelona. Wednesday versus Barcelona.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so I mean, if they can even squeeze a point out of that game, they're going to be in a very good spot to make it out of that group.
If Barcelona win, that's
then
they tie, Inter has a chance.
Yeah, so Inter needs a tie there.
So really quickly, I have the slide up right now. Juventus and Milan play tomorrow. Chelsea and Maccabi. And then Wednesday is Napoli and Inter versus Ajax and Barcelona.
Tomorrow we play at 12 o'clock.
12:35, yeah. So Eastern time. So if you are
12 what?
12:45.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to watch that game, adjust your work schedule.
The interview tomorrow for him is a tough game. If Juventus wasn't the real Juventus, that you wouldn't consider good.
No, you would play all your bench players. You wouldn't even consider it a real game. Maccabi, they gave Juventus a little trouble in the first game. They played and tried to go forward, and they hit the post a couple of times, and they had a lot of chances. So that game wasn't as easy as everyone thinks it is.
Listen,
that team could steal points.
No. That games, if you remember, at 2-0, they scored 2-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God that we did the 3-1.
Yeah.
It does show you all the year. We played the beginning, and then we fell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
demoralized.
I'm I joke. Obviously, I want Juventus to win, but honestly, this game tomorrow, I'm secretly hoping they friggin' lose or draw and just get rid of Allegri. I'm done with them.
I don't see. That's the thing. It's not going to happen. So it doesn't. I'd rather have them just win.
Once they are officially,
I'm going to get rid of.
No, I think you're wrong. I think if they're officially eliminated from 16, the round of 16, he's gone. I think they're not going to deal with it.
I hope so. I gotta say, for our producer Dom, who's not here, it's got to be impossible for him to make chapters on YouTube about this whatever we talk about, because every 5 seconds we go back to Juventus. But
well, we can move on.
Yeah, no, but the answer.
No, where Juventus? We get upset.
No, I know it's frustrating.
We cannot stand to see a team like that.
And I can tell you, if Juventus was winning like the 9 years in a row, we wouldn't be talking about them nearly as much because it would be boring. So that's why it's good. It's good that there's stuff because we get to talk more.
And let me tell you, when Allegri won 5 championships, if you guys remember, we didn't play well too.
No, I know. It sucked and it was boring.
So the coach is a sack.
Well, that was also the competition was a lot shittier.
It was. The competition was worse in the league. The competition, whether you like it or not, has stepped up
A lot.
Like deeper the league, and the top teams have gotten better.
I remember when we were kids and Daddy would be like, "Oh, Sunday we're watching soccer," and the games were so
But that
boring.
was even in the 90s. I'm talking about the last 9 years.
Yes, no, I know.
There were shit teams, and Juventus, if they played a bottom 10 team, you legit would not have to watch those games because you know they were going to win, and it would be a boring 1-0 victory, 2-1 victory, but you knew they were going to get 3 points every time.
Yeah,
the league itself is way better now.
And now you have teams like Monza getting their first ever win versus Juventus. So.
Getting 3 wins in a row.
Look, Napoli. You go to play Ajax 6-1.
Let's talk about them next. Yeah.
Come on.
Not Napoli, who's down 1-0 to Ajax, and then just poured on 6-1 in the Champions League versus any team is impressive. To do it versus Ajax is very impressive, but they are away, and they're just dominating every team they play. I mean, I don't remember last time they scored less than 4 goals.
You want to know something? I heard today on one of those podcasts. Juventus is looking for Giuntoli for Napoli, direttore sportivo. At the same time, they think he might take Spalletti.
Listen, I'm up for anything.
Yeah, Giuntoli Spalletti. But,
I mean, listen,
Giuntoli Spalletti. You have to see this Giuntoli Spalletti. You have to change half the team.
Well, here's the thing, though. This guy has not made one mistake with the players he's brought in, so why wouldn't I want him? Every single person he's brought into Napoli has kicked ass and has
he didn't spend
tripled their value.
He didn't spend too much either.
He didn't spend anything.
Other than Osimhen, what have they spent?
I mean, some on Raspadori, but nothing crazy.
Lozano and Raspadori.
Yeah, which I can do without Lozano. Of all their players, I can do without him.
Hey, Raspadori, 25 million.
But I'm saying that's not even in a couple of years. Raspadori is going to be a lot more money.
No, dude. If anything, they made money by selling Koulibaly and all these players.
Oh yeah, they made a killing on that. They turned Koulibaly into 3 good players.
Yeah,
that's how you're supposed to do it. So Napoli is they're doing it right in their front office. They're doing it right in training, and they're doing it right on the field because they are kicking everyone's ass. Even this Cremonese game, it was 1-1. And then they poured on and scored 3 goals late and dominated.
Dude, it's not even close. I honestly feel like they're the most entertaining team in Europe right now. They are so fun to watch.
That's what they say. So
yes, Man City and them have been the 2 most dominant teams. Liverpool sucks though right now. They're not playing well.
No, so Liverpool up to last month he was the best team in Europe.
Yeah.
Now we fell a little bit.
Yeah.
Napoli is.
I mean, you're even hearing rumors about Klopp possibly getting fired too. That's how bad Liverpool's been.
That's just dumb.
If Klopp gets fired from Liverpool, you want him on Juventus?
You see, I have a question.
He doesn't even respond.
You see, they talk about Tuchel, any coach, but the problem it's not just the coach. The problem is we need someone who understands by people.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's why.
As a player, listen to me. As a player, who are we saved today for next year? Just if we get better a little bit to Vlahovic, that's it.
You're saying the only person you would keep right now in Juventus?
Yeah, Vlahovic. That's it.
No,
really.
I mean,
that's it.
I guess he's not considering Chiesa because he's hurt, right?
No, I'm not considering Chiesa right now because I don't know how he come back.
You would get rid of Bremer?
Bremer.
See, I would keep Bremer. I would keep Milik. I think Milik has been a solid forward.
If Chiesa, Bremer, and Vlahovic. If he come back, Pogba, I don't even know if he come back.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is.
Yeah, but that's not true because you'd keep Moretti. You would keep
who?
Moretti. You would keep.
Yeah. I want to bring it back Rovella.
Yeah, he's talking about the older people, the people who are cemented in the lineups.
Okay, I got you. Anyway, back to Napoli.
Well, I mean, I don't know that there's much more to say other than they are just dominating everyone, and even if they do go down or it's tied, I expect them to score a goal. They bring in these forwards and their midfielders off the bench. They don't even start Zielinski half the time.
Yeah, at the Napoli, he has a bench too.
Yeah.
They're
Whoever
deep.
come back from the bench, those
And if Juventus can get one player to play as good as Lobotka, half as good as Lobotka in the midfield, I would be happy. The guy does everything. He's a freaking beast.
Which is a change. He's gotten so much better because he was not like this.
Yeah, no, he rode the bench, 2 years ago? Last year, he didn't barely play.
I'll tell you something else. Napoli, besides Lobotka, as a player, that's not player right now. Them.
Yeah.
Juventus could play them in that Juventus.
Dude, and Gisa?
In this Juventus.
I thought Gisa was more of like, all right, we're going to beat the crap out of you and we're just going to run like crazy.
He
but
runs
he's
forward.
offensive. Yeah, he's entertaining.
Dude, even Mario Rui, who I hate,
Me too.
has been crossing the ball and getting forward and defending. Like, there has been one player who has been a downside to that team. Moret has been fantastic. You know, Kim stepped in beautifully. Rachmani is the player who they thought it was.
Did you see his run with the?
Yeah, he makes a run
post?
forward, hits the post on a shot. Like, nobody is doing anything wrong on that team. I don't know how long it could last, but it's fucking amazing to watch right now.
They're hands down the team I look forward to watching the most.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's not even close.
I'm rooting for them to win the title right now. In the Champions League, they're going to be the ones we're rooting for in the next rounds because, you know, I don't have much faith in the other teams as much as them right now.
Daniel, part of the beauty of Napoli, you know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the preparation they did. Because if you remember, when we came to America to play, they did the preparation in there.
Yeah.
The side. They prepared the right way.
Yeah, they stayed in Italy. Yeah.
The right way. They didn't move it. They played right.
They haven't made one wrong step all season.
Listen, let's just hope it continues because Napoli is prone to.
And you want to know
shit in the
something
bed.
else?
I know.
You want to know something else? Juventus was he was on top of Caravesco. What's his name?
Yeah.
And Napoli came in before. And before, nobody would have come before Juventus.
Yeah, but I'm glad because they would have ruined his career.
Kvaratskhelia you're talking about? I don't know how to say his name. He was.
Now they say, when they talk about the player, they say Juventus is in there too. But I know it's the whole team who's going to get the play.
Here's my strategy if I'm Juventus. Who is Napoli going to scout? I'm going to go follow their scouts around because they clearly know what they're doing. That would be my new strategy.
It's a June.
Yeah, I would say go follow wherever he's going. I want you to go too.
At this point, people are only going to go to Juventus if they overpay grossly.
No, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
This is Giunto. We talk about Giunto. But besides that, Giunto, he has good people to watch people for him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're scouting.
He has good people that know what they're talking about.
I would check all their flights and say, okay, I'm getting on that one.
It's like I say long time, if I was a team, so dirigent, he wasn't here, I would have paid people like me. Go find the people, go find the player for me.
You hear that? He's available, Juventus. If you want to hire him as a scout, he'll take the job. You don't have to pay him a lot. He'll take
all
it.
the risk that would have, once this guy that was to pay $100,000, right? He would show he's good. Of course, his pay would have raised because other people want him. And that's the risk that quarter to anyone.
But it's not just Napoli. Like, I saw someone tweeted a picture of Milan's salaries and Juventus' salaries.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. It's ridiculous.
No, every team is run better than them.
Hey, Chris, you know Cassano. You have to Cassano.
Yeah, I hate
It's a
listening to Cassano.
buffon. He talk bad about Juventus and Allegri all the time. He suck. This guy is a buffon. I saw him play just one or two things made him do right, and now he think it's a big shot.
Yeah, I hate.
Anyway, this buffon, he say, as a player, Juventus has a better player than Milan. Individual.
No, they don't.
That I don't necessarily agree with.
No, I agree.
I don't.
So, no, I agree. As a player.
Potential-wise?
But now you see the end of the coach.
No, but Milan has players who are on the up, whereas Juventus has the older players who are in decline. So
Take it for example.
Let me ask you a
Milan.
question. Wait.
Everybody think they take example from Milan. Milan go on young people.
Yeah.
They spend nothing. Kalou, before he used not to play. Now he's the best defender.
So can we do an exercise real quick?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, Bob, who would you say is Juventus' best player?
Best player.
Yeah.
Right now, I have a problem to take.
What do you mean?
It's hard to pick one.
Okay, pick one. Who you think is the best?
No, I don't even pick. The best player. The player. I've had my person. Nobody.
Would you say Vlahovic?
No, he's not playing good. So I agree with him. Like I wouldn't. I'd rather do it this way, Chris. If you go position by position between the two teams, you would have way more Milan starters on your team than Juventus starters.
Well, I was just going to compare. I would take Leao over everyone. So
hey, see where I come from, Christopher. See where I come from. Agnelli, one of the best. His best player for Agnelli is Danilo, Rabiot, De Sciglio. That's his best player.
Those are his favorites.
Listen to me.
Danilo's good. I like Danilo.
I saw Danilo is okay, but I saw today Fiorentina.
Yeah.
The number 2 Dodo.
Yeah.
That's the defense I would take.
Dodo, I would buy Dodo in a heartbeat. I need to. I from week one. But he got hurt. But
because they're strength.
Yeah.
But they did spend a decent amount of money on him too, though.
It doesn't matter.
No,
spend it correctly. He's a player, Anyway, let's move on, Chris. There was Atalanta, Udinese, right?
Yes, 2-2.
2-2, which Atalanta had a 2-0 lead, and then Udinese, like they always do, come back and they scored 2 goals, but they had a lot of chances.
That stadium was rocking, man.
The stadium was packed. They were singing, they were cheering. It's a really hard place to play. So
the best compliment we did Gasparini. He say Udinese is the new Atalanta.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's great to hear him say
and
that.
This player that play Udinese, they play for nothing. They took them for nothing.
Yeah. They're going to make a killing on the players when they sell those players. They're going to make so much money.
You know what's the coach? You know how much he makes? $600,000.
Yeah. No, they're going to make so much money on all those players because they literally bought every single one of them for nothing.
Dude, and it's funny because before the season, we all said, like, they got rid of so many players.
I was the first one. I said, so Teal's fired. He just won Manager of the Month. Like, that's how good they've been. This is the biggest. Yeah, he was the Manager of the Month for September.
No, but did you pick him to get fired first?
I picked him to get fired first just because he was his first time in the league. They got rid of so many players, and I couldn't be any more wrong about that team and him.
My boy got fired a couple weeks ago.
Oh, done.
So Teal, he's fantastic.
I got touched the first player to be fired was a Schropa.
He did get fired, but not the first one.
Yeah, because they screwed over Mihalovic.
But if anyone thinks that Udinese is going away anytime soon, they're not. Like they play their hearts out, and they are so difficult to play when they're home. If they can even get half the points away, like this team is, they could fight for a seventh spot. I don't think they're gonna.
They're going to drop. Eventually, they're going to drop.
They are going to drop because they're not going to stay. They don't have the depth or the talent enough to stay in the top 4. But just the fact they stayed this long is insane.
Overall, if we think about who's supposed to get fired as a coach, one of them will be LA.
Well, yes.
The first one.
Yeah.
For the performance,
but
it will be
again nobody.
Because you see, I can't excuse the coach, the coach Lecce or Monza. They team that.
Yeah, they didn't have
fate is in Serie B again. But a team like Juventus has spent a lot of money and see that shit of game.
Wow. Chris, do you want to also? We didn't mention. We talked about Milan 2 separate times, but they did get killed against Chelsea midweek, which was a terrible performance. They lost 3-0. They do play them again this week, so hopefully they play a little better because it was one of the worst showings for Milan in a very long time.
Yeah, they're home this time.
I mean, I don't know what to expect from this one. If they can pull out a tie, I think they'd be happy with it. But it was an awful showing. But Chris, run down the rest of the results.
All right, so we talked about Sassuolo Inter. We talked about Milan Juventus. Bologna tied Samp 1-1. I didn't see any of that game. Oh, wait. What game was? No, never mind. Yeah, that's 1-1.
Dominguez scored, and then Juricic scored to equalize.
Yeah.
It was a boring game.
Torino Empoli 1-1.
So this actually, Torino had tons of chances. They're having trouble finishing. Vicario made some saves, but then I have to admit, Vicario on the goal that Torino scored, he did mess up, and it broke my heart.
That's why I paused, because I know you love Vicario.
But he's still one of the best goalies in the league. I don't care. I love that guy. I think he's
that was bad. That was bad.
He makes ridiculous saves, but they deserved at least a point in that game. They just can't finish.
Monza won their third straight 2-0 over Spezia.
Yeah, Palladino's undefeated.
Hey, if you talk about the goalie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lazio today won 4-0, right?
Providel, baby.
Lazio goalie was one of the best.
Providel, he's played amazing this year. That's part of the reason why they have one of the best defenses. He's played so good. And think about how his went. He's only playing because the other goalie got a red card the first game.
He got lucky.
That's the only reason why he's playing.
Yeah, that's why. This is going back. When your team does bad and you change your coach, even the changing, can change the style.
It's just the right place at the right time. You get lucky a little bit too. The guy was stupid and he got a red card, and then he plays the rest of the season so far and playing amazing.
Let's see. Moving on, Salernitana won 2-1 versus Verona.
Which again, if you didn't see that goal at the end of the game, I've yet to see Juventus score a goal like that. If you want to watch the highlights, go ahead.
They fire Verona coach.
Did they finally fire him? Yeah, because they're playing terrible.
I actually didn't see.
But to see about Verona, where is to say one thing, Verona sold a few of the best players.
Yeah. No,
their roster's crap.
I didn't expect them to be good this year, but they're still not. They're still better than what they're showing. They're not playing well.
Their roster's not that good.
No, I could see if they were playing well, if you keep the coach, but they're not even playing a decent football. So I would have fired him too.
I have to go back and watch that goal. I didn't watch highlights from that game.
It was just a nice, nice little interchange between a couple, three players that was quick, fast, passing and ball movement, and then a beautiful shot. You just don't see that out from Juventus.
Yeah, I want to watch it. Let's see. Cremonese 4-1 versus Napoli. Rome.
Lose 4-1.
What?
They lost 4-1.
Yeah. Rome 2-1. The only thing we're going to mention here is Dybala gets hurt on the penalty shot. He's probably out for the World Cup.
Yeah, it was so weird. He shoots the ball on a penalty shot, scores, and then immediately grabs his thigh.
Yeah.
What the hell did he do on that? And he's out 2 months.
It sucks. He was in tears.
You know what I read today in the paper? Juventus for Dybala evaluated Dybala right for the injury. Wow. Dybala already played 7-8 games and then most of the point
already, but now he's missing 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, injury could happen. Wow.
I mean, you knew this was coming at some point. He pulls up.
You knew.
At some point, he's gonna miss time. It's inevitable.
I feel bad for him.
Hey, what about ours?
No, I agree. We get the Juventus players get hurt all the time.
They're pussies.
What about us? Could be an injury coming because Juventus.
It could be the training. It could be the medical staff. It could be a lot of things.
The number of games they play.
Yeah, but it just sucks to see Dybala get hurt because he was having 5 games in a row. He scored a goal, and then to leave like that just sucks. But they did get the win. Smalling scored again, and it's just, hopefully it doesn't take. Maybe it'll take 1 month instead of 2 months. Who knows? But hopefully he's back and ready for the second half of the season at least.
And the last game that was today,
he missed the World Cup.
Yeah, he's gonna miss the World Cup, which sucks because this might be Dybala maybe his last World Cup.
Even what's his name? Even the Pogba is gonna miss the World Cup.
Yeah.
But he might not get another World Cup. That's the shitty part. Not that he's gonna play for Argentina because they never play him anyway. But anyway.
The last game was Lazio Fiorentina today, 4-0. I saw highlights. It looked like they dominated. Milinkovic-Savic had 2 assists, I think. They're flying.
Yeah. They are. They're playing really well defensively, like I said. But Fiorentina had chances. They're just struggling a lot like
Score.
Torino, a lot like Torino right now, scoring. Like they're having trouble scoring, but they do play a more attractive game than you guessed it, Juventus.
We can move on to the table if you want.
You see,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll come back to Juventus all the time.
Yes, I knew you would.
If you see Fiorentina, Fiorentina, yes, better player midfield better than Juventus.
Yes, we've said that.
Even the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today they subbed in Barak. Give me one player on Juventus who's better than Barak.
There is
Nope,
none.
you don't have one. Sorry.
Your starters aren't better. Let's move to the table. Top four, we got Napoli, Atalanta, Lazio, Udinese. Well, Milan's tied with Udinese too, 20 points. Oh, wait. Sorry, let's do that again. Napoli, 23, Atalanta, 21, Lazio, Udinese, Milan, 20.
You imagine if it would end up like this?
It'd be great.
I would love it. Are you kidding? That'd be
Championship
awesome.
with the Lazio Udinese.
That would be
great.
freaking amazing.
No,
Give Sarri credit, man. He's been amazing.
nobody for the big team. No.
Yeah.
Could be so. I'll be all in on that.
Followed by Rome with 19, Inter with 15, Juventus with 13. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Sassuolo 12, Torino 11.
The top has 23. Juventus has 13, and 10 points out. It's done.
They're done from fourth.
What's fourth got 20?
No,
Right?
because you see, fortunately, that I think it can change still, I think. But when you see 10 points ahead,
It's a lot.
It's a
and
lot.
you see 7 teams in front
Yeah.
of you,
It's a lot. Yeah.
that's bad.
Bottom three, we have Verona, Cremonese, and Samp.
No surprise there. They've all sucked.
Yeah. Really quickly before we go into the fixtures for next week, our predictions. Frank got 0 right. Yes, still has 7 points.
So we were texting him, and he said his strategy is just to go for the not obvious. So I guess he's trying to make up points, but in a sense, he just keeps losing points.
Yeah.
So he's out of it.
So really quickly, if anyone doesn't know what we do as well, we pick 4 games each week. You get 2 points for the correct score and 1 for the win. Frank got 0 this week. Dan, you got 1. You got the Fiorentina Lots game right. Daddy got Udinese Atalanta correct. The score 2-2. I got the Milan Juventus game right. Udinese Atalanta game right, and then Sassuolo Inter correct score. So
Yeah.
I killed
I
it.
got you just
What do you-
on to the nest.
You got 2 points. Yeah, for that.
I killed it
That's
this
it.
week.
What do you want? A cookie? You're
Yeah.
relax a little. Yeah.
Really quick, the totals. I have 21. Pietro 16, Dan has 13, and Frank has 7. Frank we should kick him off the podcast.
I mean, he's barely on it anyway. So,
It's terrible.
but let's look at the games. Chris, read off each game for round 10, and then we'll pick 4 games and we'll.
All right. We have Empoli versus Monza, Torino Juventus. I can't wait for that. Atalanta Sassuolo, Inter Salernitana, Lazio Udinese, Spezia Cremonese.
Hey, that's
Napoli.
Udinese is going to be a good game.
Yeah. Napoli Bologna, Verona versus Milan, Samp versus Rome, and Lecce versus Fiorentina. Not too many good games.
So the breakdown of these games, by the way, there's 3 Saturday games, which is the Empoli, Monza, Torino, Juventus, Atalanta, Sassuolo. 5 games on Sunday, and then there's 2 Monday games: Samp, Rome, Lecce, Fiorentina. Just if you're trying to get a breakdown of when these games are.
Okay. We want to start picking games, right? We're gonna start with Juventus Torino. Pietro, who you got?
1-1.
Torino's home.
1-1.
1-1. You're a moron. 3-1 Torino.
All right, for Chris. Torino, I don't think has 3 goals all season. You're
I
going to give them
don't
3.
care.
You're going
I
to
do
give them
not
3
care.
goals.
Juventus
No.
is terrible. 3-1 Torino.
I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Torino.
Okay. I think Juventus' defense is not good. Their team's not good. I could see 3 goals given up.
Vlasic is going to have his way with that defensive midfield.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Mhm. We'll get Frank's prediction. Let's see.
I think another one we can go for is Lazio Udinese.
Yes.
I mean, who would have thought that would be a game that we care about? But this is 3 versus 4 right now, so it's a very
I got
good game.
Lazio Udinese 2-2.
You think draw? Yeah.
Lots is home. They're playing really well.
They don't let up goals, man.
I was gonna say 1-0 Lots.
I'm kind of there with you, but I'll give Udinese a goal because they do score in the second half a lot. I'll say 2-1 Lazio.
You think Della foul?
And he scored a beautiful free kick, by the way.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch
He's a good player. I think another game we should pick is Atalanta Sassuolo.
Sure. I mean, it's an okay game.
I mean, I'm looking down the list here.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I haven't picked for Atalanta, pretty much all season. I don't think I've picked them because I haven't really had faith. I know as soon as I start picking them, they're going to start losing.
I think Atalanta Sassuolo 2-1 for Sassuolo.
You think? Wow. Okay.
Atalanta's home.
Say 2-1 for Sassuolo.
I'm going to say 2-1 Atalanta. Lukman and Muriel have become a really nice combo up top.
Yeah. I'm going to say 2-1 as well.
Who?
2-1 Atalanta.
All right. So I said 2-1 Sassuolo.
And then we need one more game. Which one are we going to pick, Chris?
I'm trying to look at the table to see if there's anything like close.
There's really nothing.
Yeah.
Do you want to see how bad Napoli's going to kick Bologna's ass? You want to go with that one?
No.
What
about like Empoli Monza?
Yeah, that's good though.
Sure. What the hell?
That side C1-1.
I can't believe we're picking Empoli Monza. Monza on the 3-game win streak, undefeated coach, away to Empoli, who's not really been all impressive. They do have the greatest goalkeeper in the world, Vicario, though. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw.
I'm going to say 2-1 Monza. We'll have to get Frankie's picks when we talk to him.
Yeah. Anyway, we have a lot of games. I mean, we haven't really even touched on the Europa League or anything else, all the other ones too. I'm sure in the next rounds we'll go into that a little deeper. I just can't get into group stages of Europa League and Conference League. But you got those games. You got Champions League in the middle of the week. And then this weekend we got 3 days worth of games. So it should be interesting.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we hang it up here?
No, I think we're good.
That's better for tomorrow. Championship for Juventus.
Tie 0-0.
This game is not as easy. I'm telling you, it's not as easy as you think it is.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
see
it's
them.
going to be a tie.
I could see them dropping points. Yeah, I mean,
Me too.
It's oh man, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be so brutal, and I'm kind of all for it. Let's see it.
All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like we said, if you like what you hear, give us a like, give us a follow. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, guys.